Life is a continuous learning experience. Throughout our lives, we keep rising and falling, picking up important lessons along the way. Some of these lessons come from experience, yet there are others that we learn watching others or reading in books. We often think of our heroes in superhuman terms, as if they possess some intangible quality that makes them rise above the rest of us and experience success. Yet the truth is that the people who we admire the most have made it a habit to take small, deliberate daily actions that over time positively shape their world into exactly what they'd like it to be. 5 simple habits of people who change the world. 1. They improvise. Game changers know that life is ever shifting. What works today may be obsolete tomorrow. They also understand that each person has their own way of looking at life that must be taken into consideration, and that situations arise which may call for a different course of action.
The pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, the realist adjusts the sails. 2. They take risks. The real movers and shakers aren't necessarily focused on the type of risks that see them bungee jumping off a skyscraper, but rather they are the kind of people who jot down their goals and use these to take calculated risks. They throw their hat in the ring even if they haven't yet been invited to the match, learning from their rejections and failures by tweaking their strategy the next time around. I believe that the most important single thing, beyond discipline and creativity, is daring to dare. 3. They connect to a higher purpose. Evolutionary thinkers are determined to find out what it is that will make them truly, deeply, and blissfully happy. Their focus is on that unshakable joy which comes from sharing their own unique gifts with the world. They have dreams, and they use tools like meditation and gratitude, prayer, and inner growth strategies to help them stay on track, keep motivated, and form a solid connection to that wise inner voice which guides them along their path to greater personal peace and fulfillment. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. 4. They understand why we have to go through pain sometimes. In our most difficult moments we must remember that this moment will pass. We should remind ourselves that all difficult moments pass, the rain doesn't last forever. The sun will shine again. We don't know what this will mean in the greater perspective of our life. However it happens, when we find ourselves in the darkness, we can feel lost, alone and even scared. It can feel as though there is no hope for the future. Motivation disappears. Everything feels like an uphill battle. It has taken us many cycles of light and dark in our life to understand that in the moments of darkness in our lives we are not lost, we are simply learning a new way of being. We are growing. We are expanding. While we want to spend most of our days in the light, that is, in positive emotions like joy, happiness and gratitude, it is an inevitable part of life that at times we will experience the opposite. When a tree that has spent all summer blossoming in the sunshine begins to feel the inevitable pinch of the autumn air on its leaves, does it just shrivel up and die? No. It changes. The inner knowing of the tree allows itself to surrender to the world around it with grace. The tree allows its leaves to change color, shrivel and fall away, all the while knowing that this is not the end. Just a new beginning. Even though it may be hurting, the tree knows that come spring, as the air begins to warm and the light gets brighter, new growth will come. And that is exactly what happens. As the season changes, the tree is renewed. After the months of darkness, the tree flourishes for another season. There has to be darkness in order to appreciate the light, just as there needs to be struggle and hard times to truly appreciate the good times. Aristotele once said, "It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light." 5. They compete only with themselves. Every individual has a role in world-shifting innovation. It's not about being better than others, but simply about doing your best. And if you want to do your best, it's important to be open-minded and learn from others who are doing their best as well. Jealousy has no place in the lives of those who are world-shifting innovators. But learning from others is a central core of their existence. For example, Martin Luther King Jr. studied the non-violent movement led by Mahatma Gandhi in India that culminated in that nation's freedom from imperial rule. The key is to apply your own unique style to your newfound understanding in order to create a solution that is both singularly your own and a one-of-a-kind gift to the world. It takes half your life before you discover life is a do-it-yourself project.